Hello guys, welcome back in my YouTube channel. And today we will discuss about question and answer for facility engineer, supervisor and team leader. So do not skip any single part of this video. So now we'll start from the basic question, then higher level. So usually all interviewer are asking first basic question, tell me about yourself. So simply you have to tell about your study and then you started your career as a facility supervisor, engineer, team leader, whatever your responsibility, that's it. Then next question. Tell me the size of this site and the required document for site handover. This is very important question in facility management or anywhere for the construction or any industry. So size means type of the site like high rise, villa, commercial, residential, uses purpose also. So suppose that the high rise with floor, commercial, residential, hospital and villa as per your experience you have to tell. Document required is S-build diagram is the first, is a must also. So the S-build diagram, asset list, warranty certificate and government approval testing and commissioning report. These are the basic requirement for handover. Next question. Tell me about your responsibility. So simple answer, complaint management, vendor management, client management and manpower management. Next question. How many guys are working under you and you're reporting to whom? So the answer will be as per the your team and your reporting must be with your line manager. So like you have been working with your team like 10 people, 8 people, 6 people, 4 people, whatever you have experience with the team. And then reporting should be the senior level, not like a senior engineer, manager, your line manager, like that. That is the the best impact for your positions. So next question, what is the strategy management? Strategies means compliant trackers, that is the compliant management. So this is for third party and essential service such as lift and elevator test and ppm, water tank cleaning and testing, swimming pool testing, firefighting, cradle ETs. Next question, how often a tank to be tested and cleaning as per regulatory? I'm talking about the only UI. So the test is the micrology test must be performed by in every quarter and cleaning to be in every 6 months. Also depend on the test report. The next, what are the procedure for water tank cleaning? That is the simple and a basic procedure you have to follow. Inform the client and authority with the concerned user and essential firefighting department to close the main supply valve, reduce the water level, issue the PTW, permit to work with the red tag and notify every user. Simple. Also you have to ask MSRA, method statement, risk assessment. These are the documents is required for this procedure. Which permit will you issue to vendor for tank cleaning? So it's here are the few permit you have to issue: the general, confined space, red tag. Also I need complete MSRA method statement, risk assessment by vendor. How often to be carried out lift elevator ppm test type? So the question is a little complicated. How often to be carried out lift elevator ppm and type of test? In every 6 months, safety test, load test and operation. ppm should be in a month. Every month should be performed the ppm. What are the swimming pool temperature, pH level and test? Pool should be daily biology and Angela test, monthly micrology test and after any maintenance carried out. pH level should be 7.2 to 7.6. This is a standard. Temperature should as per the user from 26 to 35 degrees Celsius. Chemical used chlorine 1 to 4 milligram depend on the temperature also, and bromine 2 to 4 milligram, and ppm should be 60 to 200 milligram. Found any abnormality, then shut down the pool and inform to concerned person like pool maintenance team or your manager or your client. What is the CAFM and you are familiar with which CAFM? So you have to tell according your experience. Like I have been used Oracle based CAFM, Rosmiman CAFM, FSI CAFM. CAFM is the tracking and maintain complete activity records such as corrective maintenance, plan preventive maintenance and compliance. KPI it is. CAFM is the computer aided facility management. Question. What is the RCA, RCM and Fishbone? So root cause analysis. This is called RCA. Reliability centered maintenance. This is called RCM. And the Fishbone is design format for prepare incident report and technical report. What is the procedure of RCA for electrical MDB and SMDB? Root cause analysis for electrical. To be identify the fault location and a breaker, after follow the LOTO and isolate the fault feeder, then restore the rest of power, then start the troubleshoot in faulty equipment. Type of panel and breaker with uses level of capacity. So type of panel first will know the MDB, which is main distribution board, SMDB sub-main distribution board, ESMDB essential sub-main DB board, DB distribution board, ATS auto transfer switch. This is a type of panel. Then breaker. So ACV air circuit breaker, which can use from 600 up to 2500 ampere. MCCB molded case circuit breaker, which can use 63 ampere up to 600 ampere. Same like MCB 10 ampere to 63 ampere. ELCV has the one important thing, earth leakage circuit breaker, 20 amps to 30 milliamps up to 63 amps to 500 milliamps. RCCV residual current circuit breaker and RCCVO residual current circuit breaker overload, which can use from 20 ampere 30 milliamps up to 63 ampere 500 milliamps. That's it. So what is the ACV maintenance and test? So maintenance to be carried out in annually and test to be performed: trip test, over under voltage test, earth test, thermography test, insulation leakage test, arc and contact test, mechanism functional test with apply red hot grease also. So for ACV we have to use the red hot grease. So question, what is the frequency for electrical dBs, ppm and what are the steps? So electrical dB should be ppm in every quarter and step to be follow for check voltage, current, heat, panel light, exhaust fan, tightness of connection, contactor cleaning and room temperature to be 25 to 32 degrees Celsius. What is the tripping capacity of power socket and lighting? This is for ELCV as a standard. So 30 milliamps for power socket, cooker, water heater, 100 milliamps for light, AC outdoor, flood light like halogen, street light as well. What is the power factor and what cannot be possible maintain in ideal? Cosine of the angle between total power to apparent power and ideal cos 1 is not possible to maintain. Type of capacitor, correction and brand, Epco, Schneider, Emerson it is. So you know what is the power factor? Cosine of the angle between total power to apparent power, and ideal cos 1 is not possible to maintain. Type of cable and test with value. So armored cable and flexible with single core, 3 core, 4 core, 1.5 core and 2 core. So Mager test and hypodielectric test. These are the two types of test. So mostly we are performing the Mager test. So Mager value should be in mega ohms. If we are getting the more than 200, that means our cable is okay or either circuit are open. If we are getting the less than 100, that means somewhere we are getting the fault in case cable, maybe the leak or the short circuit, or maybe the weight. There are many factors. So you can watch my mega test video is for better understanding about the cable testing. And Magar voltage should be the 3 times extra. Suppose if we are testing the single phase cable, so 220 voltage, so we have to perform by 500. Same like in the 3 phase, we have to perform by 1000 volt. These are the standard. Type of the starter. These are the important question. Type of the starter. So DOL, direct online starter, star delta starter, soft starter. BFD, these all starter are used in different purpose, such as fire pump connected by DOL, VFD for FAHU, pump soft for chiller. So the soft starter mostly we are using for the chillers, and the VFD mostly for the AHU, FAHU pumps, wherever we need the automation. And DOL mostly we are using for high rated motor, which has the which are the 100 above the 100 HP, and where we have the essential services. So mostly we are connecting in the DOL. Star delta is our already ordinary, and everywhere we can find where we have the more than the 3 HP up to the 100 HP. So question: what is CM, PPM, RM, MFEA and predictive? PPM issued will fixed by corrective maintenance. PPM issues will fixed by corrective maintenance. Plan preventive maintenance for prevent the failure. Reactive, which is a non-critical as a regular basis issue. Module failure effect analysis, MFEA. Connected load of impact. These all under belong to MFEA, connected load of impact. Predictive maintenance, which has several analysis impact, temperature efficiency, operation type and overload it is, such as like any equipment getting unusual failure again and again, so is a required predictive maintenance. What is the cost matrix? SLA, KPI, threshold. This is a standard cost price for material. That is a cost matrix. SLA, service level agreement. This is required for vendor and manpower. Threshold. Threshold is our standard budget, which is provided by client or our company has a standard, which can apply for semi-comprehensive. What is the SPD? CVCT in HVAC. Surge Protector Device, SPD. Current Core Balancing Transformer, which is for ampere actually, and the ELR, Earth Leakage Relay. So what is a DP switch and IOT in BMS? So DP switch is basically differential pressure switch. It's used for the automation wherever we have different in AHU, FAHU, water pump, anywhere we can install this. And IoT is the just like server, which is connecting the building to building, and online connectivity. This is the required IoT. Question: type of chiller by principle of cooling and delta T. So two type of chiller, air cooled and water cooled. Air cooled delta T designed for 5 degree and water cooled designed for 6 to 12 degree delta T. What is a delta T and a low delta T? What could be the reason? Delta T is differential between outlet to inlet. Could possibility for low delta T may some bypass open condition, winter and a pump are shut down. The question is, what is the capacity of chiller? And if district cooling, then heat exchanger capacity. So according your side base, suppose you have a district cooling, then you have to tell heat exchanger capacity. If you have a chiller, then you have to tell chiller capacity. You can tell also the current and LRA as well. Type of pump as per the principle of structural. So these are the little complicated. So type of pump, as usual, we are using the centrifugal pump. Then second type of pump, gear pump, rotary pump. Most common are centrifugal pump we are using. Primary and secondary uses. What is the head pressure and type of circuit? So head pressure according your set point, according your building design. So should be the actually standard. If you have a high rise like more than the 45, 40 floor, so you have to maintain around 120 psi for secondary, which is called the closed circuit. And the primary side is cooling tower side, you must have to maintain 300 psi because that is the open loop circuit. For building network uses 120 psi depend on the network electromechanical restrictions such as the valve and assets, and this is a closed loop line. Plant side is open loop, which is connected to the cooling tower. What is the principle of cooling tower and condenser? Cooling tower rejecting heat through the water into the atmosphere. Condenser rejecting heat through the CDS, condenser coil, fans into the atmosphere. Question. How does work EXB in chiller? EXB function through the superheat and delta T also depend on loading and unloading. What is the superheat? Saturated heat, high pressure, high temperature. Superheat is evaporator side, in low pressure liquid to vapor. Saturated heat in the condenser side, high vapor to liquid. High pressure and the liquid temperature hold by EXV bar. UAE HVAC Firefighting Standard, NFPA, National Fire Protection Association, that is called NFPA. DM Civil Defense Standard for Firefighting, SLA Standard for HVAC. Type of pipe in HVAC, plumbing, firefighting, different of uses. For HVAC, you have to use SS pipe. For drain, PVC low pressure, and drainage CPVC, UPVC, PPR. It is commonly used in domestic hot water, cold water system. UPVC high pressure pipe. PPR uses for transfer pump and booster pump. Question. Type of pipe, pump for firefight and after broken sprinkler, pump reaction. Type of pump, jockey pump, electrical pump, fire diesel pump. Type of pipe, SS, UPVC, GIE pipe. After broken sprinkler, jockey will maintain. If you have a single broken sprinkler, so that jockey is enough to maintain. And also jockey is maintaining up to the 160 psi to 200 psi. Fire pump should be the test in every month. Football is holding suction line level, and the football is holding suction line water level. NRV, non-returning valve. Fire controller, types of controller, like you can say the NAFCO, SIVCA, JETA. After alarm, if suppose any alarm came in the fire panel, so you have to go through the supervisory and monitor the alarm, then you can do the silent. Type of plumbing pumps and valve: transfer pump, booster pump, sump pump, NRV, PRV, get valve, wall valve. How to recover refrigerant and why? How to recover refrigerant and why? Recover by recovery system to save environment. So what is the FAHU? What is the heat wheel? Type of filter and ppm. So FAHU, fresh air handling unit, designed for provide fresh air in the building. AHU, air handling unit, this is only recycling in designed area. Heat wheel, transferring heat of fresh air through the exhaust air. Most common filter used, HEPA filter and back filter and a pre-filter. FAHU ppm should be in monthly and AHU should be in quarterly. What is the asset code? SPF, staircase pressurized fan, exhaust fan, supply air duct, return air duct, condensate drain pipe, condenser, chilled water line, hot water line, MDB, SMDB, ESMDB, ATS, GE, UPS. GE means generator, UPS, lighting DB, power DB, BMS, building management service, KNX for the lighting automation, GB, get barrier, HD, sliding door, CMS, chiller control management, WD best then. Question, type of tank, storage tank, overhead, domestic tank, sump pit, grease trap. Question, what is the sustainability and your achievement? Provide plan that can improve multiple part of people, lives, environment and a future generation. Achievement is a some task was rectified by you and some antique idea you brought. Type of pump, impeller, open impeller, semi impeller, close impeller. What is the crisis and the best management? The crisis management is process and a strategy based approach for identify and responding to critical event. All of the various action taken and a plan created to manage waste from composting or recycle. What is the GRN and DO? Good receiving note, delivery order. Knowledge of computer is the must. MS Office, pivot table, chart and graphics, Word, word table and mathematics. What is the Ohm's law and type of compressor and 1 ton to kilowatt? So the Ohm's law is the IVR, is type of compressor is scroll, screw, centrifugal compressor, 1 ton to 3.5 kilowatt. What is the BMS in CCTV and what is the access? What is the CCTV? That is called surveillance system. Access is the door security system. IP camera are connected to NVR, analog camera for DVR, both are online configurable. Store and material request procedure. So maintain monthly basis store inventory for consumable material should be ordered by as a monthly. For any major spare parts will be request by after RCA report. For quotation rise RFQ, then find the store inventory after process the for request by SCM, supply chain management. Question, what do you know about energy saving? For basic concept is the major asset convert into a variable. Stop misuse, test power quality. Question, what are the generator check? Question, what are the generator check? So A check, which is daily basis, B check after 250 hours or 6 months, replace lube oil filter and diesel filter, water separator, air cleaner, radiator cleaning. C check after 1500 hours. Replace those material as same like B, then check pollution level and electrical terminal and thimbles. D check. D seems condition as overhauling coolant must be replaced in 5 years. Type of coolant 30% green color. So what is the FFS? ATS, how to perform load test, size of generator and safety. So FFS called the fuel filtration system. FFS is fuel filtration system. Auto transfer switch, that is called ATS. That is for changeover. For load test, follow the SOP guidelines. You can tell about your generator size like 510 kVA, 100 kVA, 200 kVA, whatever you know. For engine side, the safety. So high temperature, fuel level, low lube oil pressure, RPM safety, voltage AVR as well. The question for data center. CCU unit for constant cooling. Closed circuit units, MCB, RCCB, PDU, power distribution unit, UPS, battery, never use LCB. So, what is mean by bearing digit number? Bearing digit has total information about that bearing. Example 6305 RSCM. So 6 is the type of bearing. 3 is the bearing series or uses level. 05 is the internal dia which is always multiply by 5. Then you can get it the shaft size. Actual ID. RS is the rubber shield. C3 is the internal clearance which is called the the ring size. type of bearing, ball bearing, roller bearing, plain bearing. This is actually for the overhead. What is the corona effect and discharge? This is for overhead surrounding the high voltage transmission line, causing the conductor is globe, producing is a hissing noise. Like when you are going under the high tension pole, so you will hear the like some humming sound. That is called corona effect because it's reflecting cable to cable. So that is called corona discharge or corona effect. Asset of STP: civil structure, electrical and mechanical machinery. After increase 60 Hz in VFD, the motor speed will be increased or not? Yes. After increased frequency, the motor speed will be increased. Total speed will by 60 Hz to 1800 RPM. So type of pipe uses for kitchen drain and parking asset as well. So HDP, high density pipe, because kitchen drainage has high temperature water. And parking asset is the gate barrier, shutter door, CO sensor, carbon monoxide sensor. ppm level should be the less than 30 ppm. Calibration required in every year. Question: what is the TBT WPS? Toolbox stocking, which is weekly base used by HSC team. Permit to work, PTW or WPS, work permit. How to organize your team? Regular conversation and task basis, also in emergency and pressure depend on type of task. Question about asset checklist and SOP improvement. So asset checklist should be by manufacturer and for SOP by OEM and QC department. What is the transducer, thermistor, pressure, RTD sensor and wire concept? So transducer is measuring pressure and flow, thermistor measuring temperature pressure, sensor design in 4 to 20 milliamps for pressure, RTD sensor for temperature which is designed in integer value, and these all sensor can connect by 3 and 2 wire depend on program and uses analog or integer. Mechanical pressure switch and a flow switch with electrical NONC operation. Electromechanically valve actuator are designed by 4 to 20 milliamps or 0 to 10 volt. Analog input and output, open and close transfer. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day.